Guys, dating is so bad in the West that even celebrities are beginning to notice how bad it is out here. So recently, I ran across an article. I was just skimming the news. I wasn't even looking for no celebrity gossip, none of that. And then across my feed, it pops up something where it says Drake is behaving like an incel. He has incel behaviors. Now, I'm going to link the article for you guys to read in the description because this is wild. I couldn't believe what the hell I was reading. Mainstream media is starting to shame men. I mean, what's new at this point? So what did the article break down? What was the story in the article? So there was a fan that saved up his life savings to take his girlfriend to a Drake concert. For whatever reason, we have no we didn't go into any insights about it. But of course, she left him right before they went to the Drake concert. So he has a poster up at the Drake concert saying his girlfriend left him. So Drake sees it and he's like, hey, you know what happened? You know what I'm saying? And then he tells her what happened. He tells him what happened and he gives the guy $50K. Now that's one hell of a come up, right? I mean, hell, if we got $50K every time a woman broke up with us, some of us would be millionaires at this point. But they're calling that behavior an incel behavior. Drake, even one Twitter post that seen the video, because there's a video about this as well, and it's in the article for you to check out, of this guy telling Drake the situation. Even the celebrities are noticing and are getting a whiff of how stupid dating in the West actually is. So they're calling Drake an incel. Now, why would they call it incel behaviors? It's just typical shaming language to shame your masculinity, because an incel is a guy that struggles to attract women. An incel, guys, is the autistic guy. An incel is a guy that's overweight, 5'4", 390 pounds. That's an incel. But they're shaming it. They're framing the story in the article as if you leave a woman, or if you shame a woman, or if you put the woman as a villain, as it says in the article, that there's no accountability for the woman, which is very interesting, because they act like we just make these stories up. They act like we make these videos and we're just making up stories of how women act and how female nature really is. Like, they act like these stories are just crazy and out of the blue. They refuse the fact that these are actual stories and that we are actually telling people, and that people in these spaces are actually warning people how the human female tends to act. Right? So what did the article state verbatim? The article, and I'm summarizing, it strips women and shames her from automatically leaving any relationship. So basically, when a woman leaves a relationship and then a guy comes out like Drake, because Drake is like, what the hell? Whenever he heard the story, he's like, what the hell is wrong with her? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you $50K because she's going to feel wrong about leaving you. And they framed it in the story as if we're painting women the villain, as if she didn't have a valid reason to leave the guy. There might be some truth to that. But guys, what guys, does a toxic guy, let's just say it like this. Does a toxic guy save up his savings to take a woman to go see a famous rapper? Would a toxic guy ever do that? So he isn't the problem. We can see the context clues. He's not the problem, right? We would probably more align that with simp behavior or, nice guy behavior, because he actually wants to take his woman out to see a good concert from maybe one of her favorite artists, right? To make her happy, to get her certain things. That's what a guy that cares about what his woman thinks, right? That's trying to please his woman. Regardless if it's simp or nice guy behavior, we're not trying to shame the guy at the moment. But she definitely did him wrong. She definitely did him wrong. And I promise you, if she would have known that they were going to a Drake concert, she probably would have delayed the breakup, because that's just how things tend to go. He probably tried to surprise her with these Drake tickets, and then before he could surprise her, she broke up with him. Also, they call it misogyny. Guys, how are we telling and keeping women accountable, telling what actually is going on, telling the truth about certain situations that we go through in relationships? How is that misogyny? These people don't know what real misogyny is, right? They call us misogynists in the West, but a woman can go apply for a job. A woman could be a CEO. A woman can have her own podcast and tell her own thoughts. But they think men in the West are misogynists. Back in the day, in some Middle Eastern countries, the woman can't even leave the house. But they call us misogynists. They don't even understand what real misogyny is. This isn't even close to misogyny. This isn't even close to any incel behaviors. See, they're just negating the fact that they don't want to take accountability and responsibility for their mischievous actions. That's all this boils down to. They're trying to shame the men into being simps, because definitely whoever wrote this article, it might have been a woman, but I noticed too that simps were defending this, which just goes to show you how bad the epidemic of simps is, right? Now, it says we paint women as a villain when we reveal these certain stories. Well, men don't say we're the villains whenever a woman frames a story that a man is bad, just to find out later that he didn't do any of those things. We've been the villain. We've been taking the brunt of the punishment for forever. Since you've been a little kid and you messed up and, you was on the playground and she's like, oh, well, he did it. It's been reoccurring ever since. And also, they were trying to shame Drake for saying different other lyrics in his songs. Guys, if you dated enough women, let's just be real. If you've dated enough women, you know all the stupid shit, all the stupid stuff that they tend to do, and how manipulative and how flaky and fickle they are, right? So, in conclusion, this is trouble. Like, this is trouble on a mass scale, because even the celebs are seeing how bad it is. Men are waking up. It's just another story that this is just telling us that men are sick and tired of their situation and sick and tired of the stupidity in the dating, right? So that's my video. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.